All right, for this portion of our training this morning, we're going to talk about fastener assemblies. We're going to talk about the storage of fastener assemblies, how to keep them from getting unusable. Now, when I talk about a fastener assembly, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a nut, bolt, and washer. Those three things together constitute a fastener assembly. They may look different. This is a standard hex head type fastener assembly. This is what we call a tension control bolt. You may have heard them by various other names, Lejeune bolts, things like that. But when you get your fastener components, your fastener assemblies, they will come to you in barrels, or they will come to you in boxes wrapped in plastic. And so when you get them, you need to put them into a closed container in a place that's going to protect them from exposure to the elements, to dirt, to moisture, and that sort of thing. What we typically do, especially on our larger jobs, is we send one of the old gang boxes that are here in the yard, and we will take them out to the site, and that is where you store your fastener assemblies. So when you get ready to fill your bags in the morning, you want to go in and you want to pull out enough bolts for you to be able to use as many perhaps as you think that you'll use in a day. When it comes once again to working on some of the larger jobs, we will hang nose bags off of the crane ball, and so you can refill your bags. But take as many out of your bags as you think you're going to use in a shift. And when you get done with them, and this is very important, you come back down off the iron and you get ready to leave. Two or three things you want to bear in mind. First of all, if you have, for example, 3/4 by inch and 3/4 bolts, put them back in to the barrel where the 3/4 by inch and 3/4 bolts came from. 3/4 by 2s go where 3/4 by 2s go. 3/4 by 2 1/4s go where 3/4 by 2 1/4s go. Don't just dump your bags out into the barrels and hope for the best. So when you come back at the end of the day, put them back into the barrels out of which they originally came. If they accumulate rust, if they accumulate dirt, they cannot be used. And beyond that, they can't be cleaned, they can't be relubricated, they can't be modified in any way. Only fasteners that are in their as delivered condition may be installed. So if they're not usable, then they need to be separated and they need to be thrown away to prevent inadvertent installation. Now, if this happens and you are getting ready to throw bolts away, make sure that your foreman knows that you're doing that, because when we order bolts, we only order a certain percentage over what's absolutely required. So if you start throwing bolts away and don't tell anybody, then what happens is we get to the end of the week, we're putting the last 3 beams up, we've got to be off this job today, and suddenly we don't have enough bolts. So be proactive. If you have to throw bolts away, tell your foreman, make sure that he knows.